Good morning, students. Welcome back to today's class. In this class, I have brought you some basic geometrical terms. Understanding about these basic geometrical terms plays a very vital role in solving and understanding the geometrical concept. Hence, first let us understand some basic geometrical terms. Now let us start the class, children. So very first basic term is point. See, in our day-to-day life, we would have observed the sharp tip of the pencil. Here you can see a pencil, its tip is here, the sharp tip of a pencil. So it gives an exact idea of the point. And stars in the sky, you can observe in this picture, the stars in the sky also gives exact idea of a point. Hence, we can define point in simple words like this. A small dot is called a point. To show point, just we keep a point like this and we reference this point in capital letter. Here I have written a dot and I called a name for that, A. So this we have to read it as point A. So like this, you can give any other letters to name point. You can give it as B, C, D, so on. In that case, you will read it as point B, point C, point D, just like that. And another thing in point is, point does not have any length, width, shape or size. It only has a position. It means if you observe the point here, what I have taken, for that there is no length, there is no width, similarly there is no shape, size, but it occupies a position. That's all. Next, let us move on to another term, that is line. First here, see the definition. Line is a straight path of points that has no end points. So here I have taken a path, children. So this path has formed because of many points and it has no end points. Hence, here on both the sides I have shown arrow marks. These arrow marks says that there is no end for line. And line is named by capital letters of English alphabet A, B. And this line name is now line AB. And it is represented by like this, children. You have to write AB and above the AB you have to show the line symbol just like this. How I have showed, you have to show just like that. And another important point here is line doesn't have definite length. Means there is no definite length for line because line can be extended on both the side indefinitely. So this is a very important thing we wanted to understand. Next, let us see another basic term, that is line segment. So to understand this, see, take a postcard and fold the postcard just like this. I mean, you can fold it in any manner. So after folding, you just open, you can see markings like this. So wherever I have marked, so this marking you can see, and these marking means you can see some edges in the postcard. So those edges gives an idea of line segment. See, for example, if you take your notebook, it has edges, or you take a textbook, it has edges. So all those edges gives exact idea of the line segment. See, if I say to measure the edges of your textbook by using scale or ruler, you can easily measure the edges of textbook or notebook. Hence, here the line segment, we'll see another example, children. So for example, you take a tube light. So tube light also example for line segment. So because we can measure that length of tube light, isn't it? Hence, line segment means a line segment is a part of line which has two endpoints. Understanding is very important, children. A line segment is a part of line and which has two endpoints. So line segment we can name like this, children. See, I have drawn a line segment here, and here there is beginning dot, and here there is a ending point. So I'm giving a name for this A and B. So here AB has become line segment. So why? Because it has two definite endpoints. So starting point also is there and ending point also is there. Hence we can measure this length. So here it is represented by ABC. You have to write a name of the line segment, and just over the AB you have to show line segment symbol like this. And another very important thing is line segment has definite length. You can guess why it has definite length, because it has endpoints. So starting point is there, end point is there, hence you can easily measure the length of the line segment. Next, let us see another term, that is array. So take a torch and just switch it on. So light spreads around that. How the rays of light travels? So why we are using the term ray? So because it travels only in one direction. It doesn't travel in backward. So hence ray definition is a ray is a part of line which has one end point and extends forever in one direction. So very simple statement, children, it is. See, ray also a part of line as line segment, but line segment has two endpoints, but here ray has only one end point. So if you observe these rays, see this side we cannot extend. So only arrow mark is this side. Hence ray can, this light can travel in this direction because it has only one end point. Towards this there is no end point. Hence it can travel. It can goes forever in this direction. And the ray we can represent like this, children. Just like this. You can show arrow mark in a left hand side or right hand side. It's not a problematic here. And I'm naming for this ray as AB, and it is represented by just like this. Write AB, and just over AB you write a symbol of ray. And ray also doesn't have a definite length, children. So because it, we can extend in one direction. So when we keep on extending in a direction, we couldn't get a proper length. Hence ray also doesn't have definite length. Next, let us move on to collinear points. So very important one. So first let us understand the definition. Points which are on a straight line are called collinear points. Very simple, children. Points means two or more points should be there on a straight line. So those kind of points we call it as collinear points. Let me take a suitable figure here, children. Can you name how many points I have taken here? There are 4 points. So namely A, B, C and D. And just observe properly how all these points are lying. All the points are just lying on a straight line. Hence, these kind of the points we call it as collinear points. So next let us see non-collinear point. So easily now you can guess the definition of non-collinear points. See, to become collinear points, the points has to be on straight line. But to become non-collinear points, the points should not be on straight line. So the definition is points which are not on a straight line are called non-collinear points, children. So you just add a word here, non-collinear points. Let me take a figure here. See, I have taken again a 4 points. So these 4 points are not on a straight line. See, A is here, C is here, D is here, B is here. See, all the points are not on a straight line. Hence, these kind of the points we call it as non-collinear points. Next, let us move on to another concept, intersecting lines. So first, let's see a definition, children. Lines which passes through one on other is called intersecting lines. So very simple one. So 2 lines should be there and 2 lines should pass us through one on other. See here, I have taken a line AB and I am taking a second line, that is CD. So these 2 lines are passes through one another here. In this point they are crossed to each other. So this point I am naming it as O. So now here I can say that AB and CD are intersecting at O. Hence these two lines we can call it as intersecting lines. See, take English letter X. In letter X, two lines are intersecting there. So similarly, open scissor. So that is also example for intersecting lines. Two lines we can see there as intersecting. Next, let us move on to parallel lines. So first let's see the definition, children. Lines which never intersect on extending both the sides are called intersecting lines. So it is just opposite to the intersecting lines, children. Yeah. So here these are called parallel lines, children, not intersecting lines. You just make a change here. These lines are called parallel lines. See, this is just opposite to intersecting lines. See, in intersecting lines, two lines will pass through one another. But in parallel lines, it is just opposite to that. The lines never intersect. See, if you extend on both the sides, for example, see, I have taken here two lines, namely AB and CD. These two lines, we call it as parallel lines. Why? Because you extend this line this side forever. I mean for longer term. And this side also extend for longer length. And do for this as well as do for this. So these lines never intersect. So hence these kind of lines we can call it as parallel lines. And in our day-to-day life we can see many things, children. For example, for parallel lines. And this here we can write it as AB parallel to CD. I mean this is a symbol of parallel. See, in our day-to-day life, for example, you take a ruler. The opposite sides of ruler, example for parallel lines. So these opposite sides of ruler so never intersect. So similarly, railway tracks, you can observe here clearly these lines parallel to each other because they never intersect as extend on both the sides. And next let us see plane. Very important term it is also. A flat surface is called a plane. So very simple one. Flat surface we call it as a plane. So just imagine in our day-to-day life where we can see plane. See, for example, the slate what kid will use. So the slate is example for plane. So similarly, the teachers use the blackboard or green board or white board. All those are examples for plane because those are flat surfaces. And another important thing you wanted to keep it in the mind here is the minimum 3 points required to determine a plane. Means, for example, see here, this board are there. So to make this 4, we need at least 4 points. So 4 points we have taken to make this. So as we join 4 points, we have got this rectangle. I mean the board is in the shape of rectangle. So similarly, to make a plane minimum, we need 3 points. As we join 3 points, we get a triangle. So triangle is required 3 points. Minimum 3 points we needed to determine plane. So these are the very basic geometrical terms. We need to understand the geometrical concepts and to solve the problems. I hope you got it. In the next video, we come up with another content. Thank you.